Third and a couple. Cardinals bring 4. Pickett tries to step up, and he is slung down and sacked. So the Cardinals get in and stop it right away. Andrew Billings on the inside comes up with a sack. Veteran out of Baylor.
Because the sound of this offense fits my brain pretty good. I like it.
3rd and 2. There's the out quick, and it's broken up. That's Will Lee, rookie out of Texas A&M. He's the 4th round pick, and the Panthers are looking at adding to a strong secondary. Lee breaks that one up, and the Cardinals will punt.
As if the Carolina
6th year in the league out of Penn State. Trevor Etienne waiting back deep. Gilligan kicks a whirlybird down there. It's tough to catch, and will be out of bounds at the 3. Nice punt by Gilligan. Backs the Panthers back to their own 3-yard line. Struggle for Pickett to get it, and Etienne gets beat up quickly by Andrew Billings. Sack earlier. Tackle for loss here because of the bad snap.
And Billings is tearing things up.
And Chris Brazel, a wide receiver they were hoping for a lot of out of the draft, both injured in camp and done for the year. Deep shot downfield. Receiver tangles Bryson Tremaine, and a flag.
Boy, what a difference that makes right there. Stories, they all have ways of doing things that all come back to Pete Carroll.
Pickett, Chen crossing, flag down. He's going to be brought down after the loss of a yard or 2. Every play matters, right? Martin's got the space to kick it away. And it's a good one. And Weaver will let it go. Batted, kept alive by the Panthers special teams. All those hustle opportunities are watched. They're going to get the ball at the 3-yard line. So instead of being at their own 1, it's 96 yards down the other.
And I tell you, anytime you come up and you've got pass rushers and you've got corners, you have a chance.
3rd and 7 here for Carson Beck. Shot down the field, brought in to the 41-yard line. Jalen Brooks with the grab and a first down for Arizona.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that double. Gets up, runs in for a touchdown, and nobody can catch him when he gets in the open field.
Nice throw by Beck. This is complete to the 25-yard line. One more time to Jalen Brooks, former Cowboy.
How about that? Now,
A couple receivers out wide. One comes back to the corner, the inside run. Oh, Corey Kaner to the end zone. And the first touchdown of this NFL season.
okay. I mean, that was really impressive. And that guy is super happy right now. Mike LaFleur, beautifully called drive, takes him right down the field, totally under control.
First game back in the Superdome. Can you take us back to the emotion of that game?
It will forever be one of the greatest moments in the history of New Orleans and Saints football.
I'm going to have you throw it back to Mike and Chris.
Mike and Chris, back to you guys.
Yeah, you got it, Breezy.
Like a pro.
Way to go. Yeah, he is for sure. Good catch and run here for John Mechie for the Panthers. Takes it to the 35-yard line.
You were there that night. Starter comes back, and that's exactly the reason they have Kenny Pickett.
Speaking of veterans, A.J. Dillon is in the backfield now. Pickett, wheel route shot, incomplete. As he tried to get it to the tight end, Mitchell.
Over 1,100 yards from scrimmage one year.
Easily taken in the end zone for a Carolina touchdown.
That was a business decision right there by a lot of people. Dave Canales' group just answers right back, and let's give Brad Idzik a little credit for the play caller there as well. Takes him right down the field with his veteran quarterback, and that was sharp. That's pretty good for the Hall of Fame game. These guys only been practicing for a week.
And welcome to Canton, Ohio, and the beginning of the NFL season. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Detroit Lions. But first, let's meet the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. A defensive end who spent 12 seasons with the Chiefs, Vikings, Bears, and the 2015 NFC champion Panthers. He's tied for the league record in career safeties and twice led the NFL in sacks. Jared Allen. He led the league in receptions 3 times over 7 seasons with the Green Bay Packers and was the first player in NFL history to catch more than 100 passes in back-to-back years. Sterling Sharpe. Born in San Diego, he played quarterback for 7 seasons with the Eagles, followed by 7 more years with the Saints and Raiders. He shares Philadelphia's all-time record for most interceptions and had 8 pick sixes throughout his regular season career. Eric Allen. Born in Detroit, he played his entire 16-year career with the Chargers, the team's all-time record holder for receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, and the league's all-time leader in touchdown catches for a tight end, Antonio Gates. NFL fans, the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement class of 2025. They'll be inducted Saturday afternoon. Tonight, the traditional start of the NFL preseason. Good evening. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth. We start at the end of July. We take it to the very end in Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, pal.
You think Jared has just got off the golf course or what? I mean, biggest day of his life. This is hilarious.
I know Sterling did.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to end this season in Santa Clara. That's where the Lions ended their season 2 years ago. Got to the NFC Championship game. Last year, 15 wins. Great season. A stunning home playoff loss to Washington. Chris, a lot of the same characters are back for Detroit.
The Lions were so good a season ago. They really were, but they just simply ran out of bodies, especially on the defensive side late in the season and for the playoffs. The good news is, though, that they get Aiden Hutchinson back. And that guy was on pace. I know he didn't play a lot of games, but on pace to be in contention, not just for Defensive Player of the Year, but for the MVP.
They're talking a lot of Lions in the state of Michigan. Michigan is where Jim Harbaugh won the national championship with the Wolverines 2 years ago. Last year, comes to the Chargers, from 6 wins to 11. And this team this year, it's starting to look like a Jim Harbaugh-esque team.
You know, but how many times, Mike, seriously, have we gone, and this Chargers team, they could have a chance, and then it doesn't happen, right? And this year I'm thinking these Chargers, they could have a chance, and this year...
You never know in these preseason games.
This one will be returned by Sims. And he's out to the 26, and that is it. We're going to replay it. Bigger rule change as we've seen in the game in a long, long time. You've got players that are lined up basically 5 yards from each other on the receiving team side of the 50. They're trying to make the kickoff an active, dynamic play again. So 4th down, less than 1. They hand to Ogunbowale, and he's got the first down. So they're running behind their backup offensive line. No handoff, and Davis Mills gets dumped by Kareem in 2024 and beyond. 13th play of this drive. Mills, good protection underneath. Touchdown Texans. Quatoriano with a score and a fantastic drive put together by Davis Mills.
Touchdown.
What a drive it is. 13 plays, 74 yards, and basically 6.5 minutes off the clock.
Congratulations to him. Well deserved. And I know D'Amico Ryans is so excited the Texans are here and that he's here to witness it.
Good move here by Davis Mills. Buys some time, and he's able to find a receiver down to the 40. That's Skoranek.
You know, where's the role going to be for Dalton Schultz? I like him as well. A good signing by the Texans.
Fairbairn is able to tuck it inside the upright from 33 yards out. 2nd down and 7 for Rippon. Hangs in and finds his tight end. That's a catch and a fumble. Tommy Sweeney. And then able to get back on top of it. Rippon, undrafted out of college, was with the Broncos last year. Herbert is able to take it down inside the 30. And a touchdown-saving tackle by Bullock.
That was really built around trying to run the football, and I don't think they're going to stray too far from that this year either.
Wide open for a touchdown, it's Colin Johnson. Practice squad player last year, and a touchdown throw from Brett Rippon to put the Bears on the scoreboard.
Rippon knowing exactly where he's going with the ball. I mean, that's just a good setup. They've been running that route with these guys, the stick routes, and now they run a stick and go.
If everybody stays healthy, likely Stroud, Mills, and Keenum. Case picks it up, finds Akers. Nice spin. And Cam Akers has got another Texans first down at the Chicago 29. Keenum floats it. He's got Hutchinson, and he's got a first and goal.
He certainly played at a high level in some of the biggest games down the stretch.
Second down and goal. Keenum protected underneath. Touchdown. That's Akers. And Cam Akers is able to take it in after Chicago had called a timeout. Long road back for Cam Akers. Takes a knee. Says a quick prayer as he's got a touchdown.
Well, this was too easy.
The kickoff is going to be returned from about the goal line. That is John Jackson. And as you said early in this game, both special teams coordinators told us
Pat McAfee would have been great with this new kickoff rule as a kicker.
What a catch! I agree. But what a catch by Colin Johnson.
I've been impressed with what Rippon's been able to do. He's got 2 incompletions and good balls.
Rippon end zone. Touchdown Chicago. Tommy Sweeney.
Well, Tommy Sweeney, you're going to see him right here. He does an excellent job. It's a stick and go like we saw earlier, and just a lot of blown coverages and not carry on every kickoff. Because someone's leaving early, but that's what we have seen tonight.
Here's one over the middle, and a nice spinning grab is made into Texans territory by Bate.
It's 3rd and 10. Jets rush 4. Mond cannot escape, and he's brought down. Bryce Huff with the sack.
Have a lot of snaps last year, Mike, but his number.
3rd and 2 with a 4-man rush. Clean pocket. Wilson takes off, slips, and will be shy of the first down.
And scramble. Here he drops back, didn't like his first receiver, looked at a second, may have even looked at a third, and then scrambled.
And they feel good about the pieces they've added, like McDonald, as we talked about. Another flag down here on 3rd down. Mond, the sideline shot, and is incomplete. Maybe the vision was blocked as Dalen Baldwin tried to go up and catch
and put them on the path to success.
And when you say we, you are talking, of course, about you and your twin brother, Tiki, who said he is presenting you at the ceremony on Saturday. And he said, once you're in, it basically means he's...
Taylor, who makes a brilliant catch. I can't tell you how hard that is to run full speed, bend the top half of your body over, make that catch, stumbling, and just maintain. Great news there for Zach Wilson. And a big play from Malik Taylor.
Sets up a 54-yarder. The veteran Greg Zuerlein. 2 of the big kickers in the league. We've made a bunch of 50-plussers. Oh, man, what an afternoon it was. It was quite something. This is the Anthony Schwartz return. He gets hit hard and loses the football on the way down. We'll see if he was down first. The ruling on the field is a fumble, and the ball belonging for the moment to the Jets. Sherwood who caused it, and it was moving.
Absolutely.
5 of the pattern. Wilson's pass is deflected and incomplete.
You end up over there, and for the Cleveland Browns defense, they are all about the swag this year with their new defensive coordinator.
Zuerlein good from 54, this from 44. Morstead got it down, and the Jets.
He was probably the most consistent player maybe at any position of his era. He really was. He was year after year after year.
Against the Lions team, it's gotten a lot of attention here in the Midwest in the offseason. Kellen Mond and the Browns start from the 27. Throw is intercepted. Mond is picked off by Chaz Surratt, who's out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And the Jets have turned the Browns over for the second time.
And right there, he's just going to drop right back underneath this play and come up with the pick. Moving with the quarterback, saw the crossing route coming and just ran it with him. Right to him. So that's what it takes. I mean, it takes plays. The difference between 2 or 3 or 4 of these linebackers coming out of here tonight is so small, and even the coaching staff will admit that. But the other advantage Detroit has is they have some real pass rushers on that team. So that combination, we'll see.
Can't wait for opening night. First and goal for the Jets. Abanikanda turning towards the pylon and in for the touchdown. Israel Abanikanda, the 5th-round pick from Pittsburgh.
Abanikanda, watch this. He just outruns everybody to the edge. That's just pure speed, and it's not by accident. He did that a lot in college. He's one of the few guys you keep watching him play after play, and people just do not run him down.
180. Dylan Long going to keep it, and we'll get the first down for Cleveland. Pretty confident to the 45-yard line.
Defenses, when he's in the game, would start scheming to come after him, try and force him in.
And we're not seeing him behind Jawan Jones, but seeing him for sure was Craig James.
How do you define it?
I think that's the definition of you explaining it right there.
Uh-oh, touchdown against your team right here.
Yes.
He's touched the ball 14 times in the 34 Cleveland plays. For the return for the Jets, Xavier Gipson caught it clean. He's got a good return. Cade York, the kicker, brings him down across the 45.
When does that happen? When does it click?
Jason Brownlee again. This one broken up. Well read by Caleb Biggers.
Sometimes defensive backs make good plays too. That was a quick break on the ball.
Made it from 54 and from 44. And Greg Zuerlein is looking ready for the season. 3 long. 2nd and 7 for Stidham, and he runs into Trayvon Walker. And the #1 overall pick. He gets his first one. #1 pick, not a bust. We're good, right?
Well,
3rd and 10. Stidham pressured again, and they get to him one more time. Arden Key, veteran Raider draft pick.
You know, for me, it's really just being open to coaching, always not having the answer to everything, remaining.
Everyone I talked to said you never complained, and you showed so much strength through it all. Where does that perseverance come from?
You know, I really had to dig deep down inside, and
All right, well, congratulations. This is so exciting to have all the family members here, and we just wish you the best this weekend.
thank you so much. Yes.
Great visit, Melissa. Thank you.
You just told me you were not able to watch it. This was months ago. They first showed it to you. You couldn't watch it. You first watched it in its entirety this morning.
you know, he got the job at a really early age. I think Josh started like 23, something like that. So he's unafraid to take a few shots.
Mullins will throw it out here. Mac Hollins, a receiver who they were very interested in seeing, the veteran out of North Carolina, and he was stopped quickly on the edge by Trey Herndon.
Yeah, that's what they used to do at the Pro Bowl, too, right before the fake punt hits you.
Mullins in trouble here, and he gets bowled over as the pressure was coming on Mullins.
To be able to share that this weekend with so many family and friends. My kids are here, my wife, my mom. Like, so many people flow in town to support you, share the stories, and I'm just really like just sitting there like a kid, you know, in the ice cream store. So it's, you know, to say I'm honored, you know, is an understatement.
You saw Cottrell holding his wrist as he went off, so we'll see how the Jaguars can piece together. The first pass is a great start to it. Luke Farrell, a tight end, has caught a couple of balls. The 5th-year pick last year out of Ohio State. Big grab on that one.
Have a real strength, and of course, Doug Peterson, you know from Philly days, he loves those tight ends.
Luton throws to Raquel Armstead with the catch to the 41-yard line. They'll keep going here with the clock running.
You faced poverty, but there was one person through it all that encouraged you, told you you could be anything you wanted to be. Your mom, Eunice.
Leroy Butler is leaping into your kitchen again, but this time he's bringing his kids.
And as we throw it back, you're
to synchronize the thinking of a building. It's tougher today. I really think it is tougher. In the old days, if we weren't good enough, we could stay on the field.
He killed people in practice. They practice harder when he got to a new team than anybody maybe in the history of the league. Another 12, 13 years later, he comes back. and takes the Rams on to the World Championship.
He was away for a while. A terrific broadcasting career going. Jumps back in and does that. Mekhi Sargent with the run there for the first down here. The Raiders win 3 and out. NBC and Peacock from Memphis next week. This is Elliott Fry, 4 days in camp, and he knocks it. Blue 20! Blue 20!
Harris gets it and gets it. First down, Steelers.
Blue 20! Blue 20!
Pass is caught. First down, Chase Claypool. And now a fumbled exchange. Cowboys look like they got on top of it. And they did.
At the hands of Zeke Elliott fumbling the ball, so that definitely has to get cleaned up. It did as the year went along.
Third down and 4. Pass is caught for the first down.
Trying to get these guys some reps and then get them out and keep them healthy.
Third down and 7. Pass caught. First down. Dowdle to the 5. Second and goal. Gilbert is sacked. And that's what the Steeler defense, no matter the name, is extremely good at for Tyron Smith. 10th play of this drive. Third down and goal. Pass is nearly picked. He knocks it through.
You know what it's like to play at this level.
Here he is again, right side, trying to get to the edge. He does. First down.
For a guy like him, coming from a program like Alabama.
Third down, pass is in and out of the hands of Chase Claypool.
Troy Polamalu and Alan Faneca, that's what makes it really special.
Aside from your family, who's the person you most want to share this honor with, Bob?
You know, it's all the coaches.
Passed away this past February. Pass is caught, and fighting for the first down is the tight end for his enshrinement. Meanwhile, as Gilbert rolls out, he hits the fullback, and a nice catch and run for a first down.
Excited about spending these next 3 days with him here in Canton.
On first down, Dowdle. Offensive line moving some people.
You don't want to just tell everything to the public because you're trying to get healthy and you're focused on that. But Denver was great. Welcomed me. They got a little turnover there. They recovered it.
Yeah, and we talked about this when you walked over, just chomping at the bit to get going. Last year, obviously, a difficult season. You had mentioned to me a few times, mentally draining. Anything else besides the diet, the training that you addressed in the offseason heading into?
He's working to get back on the field, and I'm not too worried.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Glad that you feed Zeke. Gifts aren't done.
Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio. NBC Sports welcomes you to the Pro Football Hall of Fame game between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Now let's meet the class of 2019. Time kicker for the Falcons, unsigned at the moment by anybody. And off we go. The 100th season begins, and the preseason opener features Brendan Langley. President and GM was a pretty good one. John Elway will talk to him in the booth later tonight, and the pass is dropped as it second down and 10 from the 22-yard line. And through the middle, going nowhere, is Ito Smith, and bursting through is Sua Cravens. We're starting from the 49-yard line. Hogan rolling out, keeps his eyes downfield, and another drop. That's 2 drops now from the 45-yard line. Good protection for Hogan this time. That pass is complete, and that should be the game's first down.
Get some easy throws.
From the 39-yard line. Hogan fires over the middle, throws a strike here to the 25-yard line. A little under 9 minutes to play in the quarter, and a big hole and a touchdown. Khalfani Mohammed. First year back, played his college ball at the University of California. They go 51 yards in 8 plays in a little over 4 minutes for the first touchdown of the game.
Let's give a little credit to one of the old guys. What do you say? Don Barclay used to play for the Green Bay Packers. Going to come right down here on this inside zone play. Just move out the nose tackle, and that was pretty easy.
So now McManus comes in. Up to the outside. High throw and hold in. No, they say no. And looking around is Justin Hardy, who sets up in his own 25-yard line. Short kick coming up to field it, and he lost it at the 40-yard line. So Langley ran a long way, ran almost 15 yards straight ahead to make the catch, and then muffed it. And let's see who comes up with the football.
Ruling on the field, the kick was touched by the receiving team, recovered by a member of the kicking team. First down, Atlanta.
And now on the staff, all new coordinators in Atlanta as the catch is made here by Jaden Graham. One-of-a-kind guy, Gil Brandt, still does a show on Sirius Radio. Meanwhile, Tavecchio comes in as the drive bogs down, and a kick is no good from 54 yards out. Moves the ball into Atlanta territory at the 49-yard line. And on first down, bootleg rolling to his left, wide open, making the catch, picking up the first down. Gain of 12 for Nick Williams.
And I'm going into the Hall of Fame. My mom and my dad got together, during championship season, during the championship time of the season in December. I was born in September in the fall.
Denver is challenging the ruling on the field of defensive pass interference.
Short look
After
for
reviewing
Anderson.
the play, the ruling on the field of pass interference stands.
Have created it in replay.
So that didn't remind you of Rams Saints in any way, right?
Not in the slightest.
The pass is incomplete. 78. 2 minutes to the half here. 2nd and 7. And a good run and a first down, but a flag is thrown. And it will be
number 87
negated.
Offense.
Wild card game against the Rams. 39-yard line dropped again. This time it is Zacchaeus. Fired over the middle, and that's caught at the goal line.
Substitutions.
The whole 9 yards, but the pass is caught. Daniel fires, and it's deflected and then caught by Bellamy. And Bellamy starts to stumble, but a big gain as he takes it all the way down to the 42-yard line. And the ball handed off to Benny Cunningham, and he has a lot of room. Clark will chase him down and knock him out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Chuck Clark making the tackle. Daniel, that shoulder shake, and then goes to the end zone, and it's dropped. Benny Fowler diving for it, had it for the moment, couldn't hang on. Canada covering on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And that is tipped high in the air, and it's picked off at the 5-yard line. And stumbling out to the 19-yard line is Clark. The deflected pass, and it's a turnover in the early stages of the Hall of Fame game. When they were 1-31 was RG3 against San Diego 2 years ago.
Exactly right, and it is.
And that one is dropped.
Picked off.
And it may have been picked off. Chicago thinks they have it, and they do. So Perriman couldn't handle it. DeAndre Carson is there to grab it before it hits the turf. And so back-to-back turnovers in the first 3.5 minutes of this game.
Well, for Breshad Perriman, this is not how you want this season to start. He desperately needs to make some plays. He was a first-round draft pick. It simply has not gone well for him. And for the Baltimore Ravens, this is a team that saw some of the strangest interceptions a season ago I think I've ever seen.
Roquan Smith still unsigned, their #1 draft choice, and the guy who will be slotted at inside linebacker when the season begins if he shows up. Daniel, meanwhile, throws, caught, and into the end zone for a touchdown. Picked him up from the Detroit Lions, so they cash in off the turnover. 6 plays, 34 yards, and the Bears have the lead.
Sure is nice when you have a fullback that can be a factor in the passing game. I can't help but think about Bill Walsh, the greatest offensive mind maybe of all time. And boy, he knew how to use a fullback in the passing game. Pretty good using Jerry Rice too. But there they go. And really, what a
season starter in 12, starter in 13 before losing the job to Kirk Cousins. And that is caught and into the end zone goes Max Williams, a tight end for the touchdown. Nice drive, 5-yard TD pass there. And they moved 77 yards in 8 plays.
So more and more seeing these fullbacks coming out. This time a tight end lined up as fullback. But again, it's Griffin's ability to buy just a little time, to scramble, to move out of the pocket, to avoid that first pass rusher and Kylie Fitz and create that kind of play. What a drive.
Comments on screen that Aaron Rodgers made. He quickly endorsed you after you were named a finalist. You've played against him often. You see, yeah, we got a big play here.
And it would figure that a linebacker would make an interception when you were interviewing Urlacher. Correa makes the interception, and that is the 3rd turnover of the game. Back with Brian, back with more of the game after this. Giants, Colts, Bears, Buffalo, Baltimore, and Cleveland. And can't escape the grasp at the 10-yard line of one Nicholas Williams.
Leave my city. Nobody can't pay me amount of money to get me to put on a different color jersey.
Well, and I don't think they'd want you to leave. You know, your leadership stretched far beyond your own locker room. You were the.
He is going to hit him with the shoulder. The receiver moves a little bit. You hit him with the head first. It's just going to be something our defenders are going to have to learn.
You want to hit him with a face mask first. That's not a penalty under the new rules. Ayers, meanwhile, loses it. And the Ravens are right there to recover it. Nothing but purple shirts around that one. DeMarcus Ayers dropped it. And it's recovered by the Ravens with a 3-point lead. It is, we think, Bronson Kaufusi. We'll have to check it out on the replay as to who recovers it.
Let's take a look right here at the end of the play. There you go. You can see it right there. Deshaun Elliott coming up with that play, the rookie.
He extracts it.
This is going to be the question for the fans of Baltimore. They've seen their offense shrink a bit. They're not working the ball down the field like they were. And now comes a guy that can not only throw it, but do this.
Yep. And as a defensive coach, this is what you worry about.
Jackson getting his feet wet tonight here in Canton. And he fires, and that will be caught, and that's going to be a first down.
Looked like his head was up a bit, though.
Meanwhile, he's going to wind up hitting Hurst here for a touchdown.